Hey, this is Jonathan Matoshnik. I got a comment. It wasn't a question, but an individual heard me say that we require credit cards of all of our residential clients or we do not do business with them. And they said that, just kind of made a comment that that was crazy, I guess you'd say. They thought that was insane. And they said that, I would never do that. I'd lose a lot of business if I did that. There's no way. That's just ridiculous. And further, I would be throwing away 2+% of my revenue every month just paying those credit card companies all their fees. But that's insane. I get it. So I just wanted to clear up a few things here because I am absolutely positive what we are doing is correct. So first and foremost, you do not lose clients because you require a credit card. Yes, you could lose some. You're going to lose the slow paying clients. You're going to lose the people that didn't intend to pay their bills. You're going to lose the people that probably want to negotiate everything with you. You're going to lose some of the older clientele, and there are some really good older clientele that, yes, you may lose some of those. You may want to make an alternative. We don't do a lot of alternatives, alternative billing practices. You may lose a few good customers. There will be some people that had been burned that would have been great customers, and you're not going to get them because they refuse to let you have a credit card or a debit card. Yes, you will lose a few clients, but you will give up a few clients, and in return, you will simplify your life. You will, like I said, all those people that you don't win, that you would have won if you'd accepted a check, you don't get them now. Boy, when we introduced and required that we had to have a credit card to do business with you, it is amazing how many of our problems got solved. How many of the lousy clients gone? How many of the lousy clients we no longer attracted them? They were no longer interested in dealing with us. The people that don't care to pay their bills, that are going to bounce from company to company, that are going to negotiate everything, they're going to nitpick every bill, they're not given a credit card. They're not going to do it. We don't get them. And we get to end that phone conversation in about 3 minutes and get off the phone with them and get on to the next prospect that's really our ideal client. Massively sped up cash flow. So imagine your business is growing. No matter what level it is, you probably don't have tons of money just sitting around the bank. So if you're only doing 10,000 a month and you're waiting on 10,000 a month to come in, does that hurt? If you're billing at 30 days, 30 days out, so you bill and then you wait 30 days to get your money, doesn't it hurt to wait 30 days to get 10 grand? When we introduced this, we were doing, I don't remember exactly the number, but it was approaching 100 a month, 100,000 a month. It hurt. We were waiting for what we calculated to be about $160,000 that we were floating. It's $160,000 we could do a lot of stuff with. So even at a smaller level, again, if you're only doing 10 a month or you're doing 5 a month, do you want to wait on $5,000 or $8,000 a month to be coming in, or would you rather have it today so that you can reinvest it in your business and you can use that money to market and grow your business so that 3 months from now you can be 10,000 or 12,000 in revenue? Speeding up cash flow is huge. Why do so many companies go under? They go under for a million different reasons. Debt and cash flow crush so many companies. They don't have enough cash. One of the reasons most big businesses fail is when they're really, really successful is they're growing so fast they don't have enough cash flow to cover all the expenses and grow and hire all the new people and buy all the new equipment. They're waiting on the money to be paid to them from all their other clients. The beauty of accepting credit cards is you can speed up your cash flow. You do the work today, you get paid tomorrow. You can't beat it. It just solves so many cash flow issues. It was huge. So it gets rid of the bad employees. It speeds up your cash flow in a massive way. We bill all of our clients the next day. On commercial, we do it different, but this is on residential. We bill all of our clients next day. Commercial, we bill in advance, and we don't require a credit card. A lot of companies don't have credit cards, or I'm sorry, they do have credit cards, but they don't always like to pay everything with a credit card. They want to use POs. There's just a lot of differences in commercial, so I don't think it's feasible to say we're only working with commercial clients that will give us a credit card. Not to mention, we have big commercial clients. So you take a commercial client that pays $10,000 a month, they're not going to pay $10,000 a month on a company credit card. Corporate's going to cut a check. So commercial's different. So we have way over 1,000 residential clients, all paying us with credit cards, completely doable. So it just eliminates collections. In the beginning, I was so stupid is the only right word to use. I was so stupid about collections when we first started this business. I probably lost $50,000 in uncollectible money. We were trying to grow the business fast. I didn't want to fire bad clients. I thought they'd fix their payment problems. For whatever reason, I didn't make this mistake in another business I owned at the same time where we were collecting huge amounts of money. We would cut off people because what was happening there is we were getting paid big amounts of money, like $10,000 a month per client in this other service company I had. And if they didn't pay us one $10,000 check, it really hurt. But in the lawn care company, yeah, maybe they didn't pay us our $125 for the month or $300 for a month. They were smaller amounts of money, but a lot more customers, and it all added up to big money. But I would ignore those or let those go, or they're only $300 behind. They'll get caught up next month. I trust them, or I don't want to get tough with them and fire them because then I'll lose a client. So I did some really stupid things very early on with the collections. Let people get way too far behind that then just screwed us over and never paid us. That burned us. And really over a number of years, because I wasn't very hard and very firm on collections, we left tens of thousands of dollars on the table that we never got paid for. 100% my fault. Implementing credit cards, and I think this collections is a big problem with a lot of guys. They don't want to do it. They don't want to make those hard phone calls. They don't want to collect the money. They don't want to be a jerk. You know, oh yeah, we'll let you go. It's okay, just pay us next week. It's too easy to let them slip. When you require a credit card, collection problems for the most part solved. You know when you got a problem immediately. You know right away. Credit card bounce, call them, get a new credit card number. If they won't give you a credit card number and they won't call you back, that's a pretty good sign they're not a good client. Pause their service. It's amazing when you pause their service how many people will call you and resolve that credit card problem. So yes, when you pause their service, you'll lose a few clients, but heck, if they're not going to pay you, you don't want them anyway. So collections were solved by implementing a requiring credit cards. I can just go on. So yes, you give up 2-3% because you got to pay the credit card companies 2 or 3%. If you use Service Autopilot, which is our software charges all the credit cards automatically, so you have almost no labor involved. But if you collect checks, you've still got all the labor involved of opening the envelopes, receiving the payments into your accounting system, making the deposit. So you've got labor you're paying out. Now granted, it probably doesn't equate to 2 or 3% of your revenue, but there's still cost. There's still cost involved. You've got collections problems. You've got all kinds of things that go on. So it's not a wash in terms of accepting credit cards and offsetting a lot of employee labor. It may wash maybe a point. It may wash 1% of the 2.5% you pay out to the credit card company. So meaning that you're really upside down. You're losing 1.5% of gross revenue because you're paying that out to the credit card companies. But you make up for it. Better clients, less collections, faster cash flow. I'll pay 1.5% on my gross revenue all day long to solve those problems. So those are my arguments for why credit cards are worth getting from all of your clients. I think the industry is going to move this way. When we implement it, I can't think of maybe but one other company in our local market that did this. Now I look around, it's like everybody's doing it. All the service companies around us are copying I don't know that they're copying us, but they're all doing what we're doing now too. Some of them aren't. I think some of them are still afraid to do it, and it's a huge mistake. But quite a number of the good lawn care companies around our market are doing exactly what we're doing now. They're forcing credit cards. It makes good business sense. I hate to throw away money paying credit card companies, but the benefits outweigh the negatives. So that's my logic. That's the reason we do it. It's one of the very best things we ever did, and there's no way I wouldn't do it again. So I hope that helps you if you're on the fence. Thanks.